Welcome back to the Broke Barca Breakdown. My name is Adam. I'm here with Use.
What's up, guys? Smash that subscribe button.
Because we're broke, right, Use? That is what everyone is saying, and we need to get to the bottom of it because there's a lot of rumors out there on Twitter and from a lot of these Spanish Madrid-based newspapers that are saying Barca can't sign Kessie, Barca can't sign Christensen, even though a deal is, locked up in the works. Barca are broke. We're screwed. Laporta sucks. Everyone's going to die. But that's just not true, Use, and I just hate it so much, and it's a fine line we have to walk as we talk about rumors this summer, and kind of we have to listen to what some journalists say, and we have to be able to weed through what other journalists are saying that's just total BS. But I feel like this is just so crazy to me. I mean, here's the thing, right? Financial fair play resets on July 1st. The season just ended, right? We have Barca coming out, debating a few things, right? On one end, there is the CVC deal being pushed by Tebas and also being supported by a lot of La Liga teams because they need that cash infusion. And, they think it'll be good for branding to have, CVC basically handle pushing out our kind of audio-visual streams all over the world. And then on the other hand, right, Barca's coming out, and there's going to be a vote by the socios, I think on June 16th, about economic, and financial decisions about authorizing selling to an investor or more 25% of our TV rights. There's the permission to sell BLM at up to 49.9%. So there's a lot of stuff in the works here, and I just hate how this era of clickbait titles like the one we have on this video of how our Barca broke. I hate how it's just so driven by any lack of patience and of understanding what's going on. And it just feels like, we're in a news cycle in sports and in the real world where people just need a new headline every week, right? The same newspapers that are reporting this week that Barca are broke, we can't sign Christensen and Kessie, we have to sell everyone, we're screwed, are the ones who 2 weeks from now, when we make some sort of big financial decision and decide on how to, get some more infusion into the club through selling rights or whatever means Laporta and the board decide, they're going to be posting about that and how, oh my gosh, now Barca can do things, right? It's just, it pisses me off, Use.
Well, they're just, they're following where the story goes, and they're trying to get clicks. They're trying to get the clickbait, right? And, I mean, they're not 100% wrong in terms of our financial situation, right? They are reporting that we are struggling to figure out some things, and there are options that we do have, like you had mentioned. Now, how is Laporta going to make these decisions, and what are we going to take is really up in the air, because we have quite a few options, right? You were saying we could sell some TV rights. We have the branding and merchandising. We also can offload players if we're able to get rid of them. And then the injection of that money we really do need, because, think about this. Ronaldo was sold off to Juventus for 100 million euros or something like that, and they were able to buy other
Varane was sold for Varane and one of their midfielders, I'm forgetting the name right now, were sold for like 100 million last season. And so, Real Madrid have done some crazy business.
And so they have made these moves to be able to accumulate funds so they can purchase their future players and, continue, as we just saw recently, win the Champions League with some astounding players, even though I don't think they played very well. But aside from that, right, we let go of Messi for free. We're about to let go of Dembele for free. We have all these...
We sold Coutinho for peanuts to Aston Villa, right? We're talking about cash infusion from transfers. I think if we try to sell Umtiti and Mingueza and Lengelet, we're going to have to pay whoever takes these players.
That's true. But my point is, right, we have fallen to a lack of great options per se, because we are giving up a lot of the team. But we do, do we really have another choice here? We have to take some of these things. We have to build this team up. If you guys want to click on this video, watch us talk about Frenkie de Jong, we cannot let players like Frenkie de Jong go because of financial situations. We just can't. We're going to sign freaking... oh my God, why am I forgetting his name?
Lewandowski?
Dani Alves for right back again. We need money, and we do need to sign Lewandowski. That is a big thing, so we definitely need money there. But we have so many things that are going on, and so many.
But I think if you take a step back, right, and kind of get to the core of the question, are Barca broke? I mean, yes, but that's ignoring the fact that we have a whole summer here of major decisions to make, right?
Sure.
The La Liga season, I believe, doesn't start until mid-August, so we have 2.5 months to get things right. And like you said, where there's smoke, there's fire. There are issues here that are going to constrain us, and we can't just go out and spend whatever we want on any player. But, we need to give the board some time, right? Laporta took over, and he's not the easiest person to trust because, Laporta kind of throws a whole wrench into this whole situation because he's a politician, right? I think you and I have become a little bit jaded about Laporta, and especially what Laporta says in the press. There's been all these thoughts this week about how Messi's father had to call Laporta and tell him to stop talking about Messi because he didn't appreciate what rumors Laporta was putting out. And then again this summer, and even throughout the end of last season, right, Laporta would make these allusions to Haaland when there was no chance in hell we're going to get Haaland. He keeps making these, rumors in the press about how we might get this player, we might get that player, or that big players are coming when, the reality of the situation is we're going to have a very tightly controlled summer spending. And, I get Laporta's position because he's asked a lot of questions by the press, but he doesn't always have to respond and kind of stoke the fuel of the fire that, causes all these rumors. So we'll see. I mean, I'm just hoping Laporta isn't in his kind of ego mode this summer where he's like, oh my God, I just came on as president. Real Madrid are literally on top of the world once again, winning La Liga and winning the Champions League. I need to, blow all my load on Lewandowski and some other like high profile players. I hope we're just a little bit more controlled. We don't make, whatever deal it is, whether it's the CVC deal or another deal, we don't make those under the gun. And we just kind of take a calm, cool, and collected way to figure out, okay, how do we set ourselves up for success next season, right? I think if you think about Ansu Fati coming back, and I hate the meme, our biggest signing is going to be Fati because we do need other players as well, but Fati's coming back, and I think if you had this season, especially if we can keep Dembele, if we had a striker up front who could score some goals, this season would have ended in a different way, especially if we had Xavi at the beginning of the year. So it's not like the house is completely on fire. I know the last month and a half, 2 months of the season were pretty crappy, and we went to that Getafe and Villarreal game and saw 0 goals scored, but there was a lot to be happy with last season, and I think Xavi with the full off season with a few key signings to reinforce Jordi Alba, to reinforce center back and figure out what's going on with PK and Araujo and Lengelet. I think that's what's important for us.
No, definitely. We have a lot of, well, I should say Laporta has a lot of things to figure out here, and we do need to temper our expectations. We've said this since the beginning of the season, really, since we got Xavi, and I still think here, this CVC deal has been in the works for so long. Discussions with Tebas and all the fair play rules and all the and all the spending caps and everything. It is a lot to work around since there is so many things, we do have to make some very smart, intelligent decisions that will take time so that we can optimize our situation, get the right players.
And as fans, let's just do our part. Like, let's not create all this buzz on social media, riling up everyone, which then gets reverberated in the press about how Barca fans are in the ruin, we're in the dumpster, we think our club is crap. Let's just be a little bit smart about how we view all of the rumors and the news coming out in the next few weeks. Understand that certain people have agendas. Understand that certain people need to get clicks, and just realize that, okay, we got 2.5 months here, right? There's time for our club to work and the board to work and the socios to vote to figure out the best plan. Let's all take a deep breath because it's going to be a long, long summer. And with that, please smash that subscribe button. We thank you guys all for your support. Have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.